might candle holders impact or present challenges to your story, characters, or world building? Do you know there are candle holders to help increase candlelight? Were candle holders used often in history? What do iron and cording have to do with candle holders? Find out on this episode. Welcome to Writing Roll with Allie. I'm Allie, and this is episode number 25, Candle Holders. Candles have been a staple for lighting homes for thousands of years. They are still used today to light homes in many places around the world and are backup lighting sources if the power goes out in countless homes. According to Google, 1 in 7 homes in the U.S. uses candles simply for enjoyment, with more than 10,000 different scents. With so many candles used throughout history, knowing the importance of candle holders is essential to writing about them. The first reason candle holders are used is to keep candles from tipping. Granted, some of the modern candles are made to have a solid base, but many are not. More importantly, they were not typically designed like this throughout history. If a lit candle tips over, it is a huge fire risk. No one wants their home burned down. I know, because I lit my bathroom curtains on fire when I was a kid and my mom was not happy. The second reason is that it makes moving candles from one place to another much easier. If you're using candles for light, you will carry it where you need it because candlelight is not as bright and does not reach as far as the light bulbs do. When you need it closer for a task or you're moving it from room to room, being able to carry it easily is important. Also noteworthy is that when moving it, you don't want to tip it slightly and spill hot wax all over your hand or drip it down your leg or foot. This could cause severe burns and blisters. The base of the candle holder will catch the hot wax. On top of that, dripping wax can startle the person carrying it, and they might drop the candle. It would be a fire risk. If dropped on a pant leg or skirt, it could catch these clothings on fire. Along the same lines of wax falling, you do not want wax all over your home. I do not know about all of you, but I don't want to be scraping wax off my floors. Speaking of wax, if you use a candle holder, you will be able to catch the wax in the candle holder. This will not only keep your floors clean, but the wax collected on the candle holder could be used again to make new candles. In history, this would have been very important, especially for poor families. Other types of candle holders elevate the candles. When a candle is elevated, it illuminates a wider area. When there are several of these together, it makes it much easier to see through the whole room. While we see many in history, most families did not have candle holders for more than 3 to 5 candles. Ones that held more were usually owned by wealthier people. These types of candle holders were called a candelabras. Yes, I had to look up that pronunciation. Something to think about is that many homes had light wallpaper or milk paint added to the ceiling to make it lighter. The lighter the ceiling and walls of a home is, the brighter it will feel. Black absorbs light while light reflects it. This will make a difference in how many candles a person uses. If they are poor, they will be mindful of how many they have and how fast they are using them. For those of you wondering what milk paint is, this is made of milk and lime and it lasts for 1 to 3 years before needing a new coat of paint. As far as I can tell, it was invented in the 1800s and it was used by many people and is still used by many poor people in the U.S. today who cannot afford paint. It is also still used in some Amish communities. Another type of candle holder has reflectors on it. This could be shiny metal, silver, or mirrors. These are usually hung in a stationary place in the home. Sometimes a mirror is placed under the candle to reflect the light up. This can also work, but does not work as well as with a candle holder. A modern use is for decoration, whether it's a holiday or you just like the look of it. Today, there are all kinds of fancy candle holders that are both practical and not practical. I don't know whose bright idea it was to make a wicker candle holder with a wicker above where the flame will be, but it screams fire risk to me. Another modern use is for romantic look and feel. Some people think it's very romantic and enjoy the flickering lights. I must admit, I don't know anyone who has used candles for a long-term lighting source that finds them romantic. To them, it is just everyday life. Keep that in mind in your stories. Fun fact! There is something called a courting candle, popular from the 1600s to the 1800s. It was made of a wrought iron coil resembling a spring with a base. A candle was placed inside the spring. The story goes that when a courter came to call, the father would light the candle. And when it burned down to reach the metal, the courting time was over. The young man had to go home. Some say this is folklore, and others swear it was true. Now for everyone's favorite part, what could possibly go wrong? Well, let me tell you. Likely to go wrong, your character took a tempered candle out of the holder with their hands and spilled hot wax all over themselves. Also likely to go wrong, your character trips while walking from room to room with a candle in the candle holder. This could be bad with or without the candle holder, as they could burn themselves with the flame or with the burning wax. Possible to go wrong, your character does not pay close enough attention and set the candle holder with the lit candle close to something such as a curtain, bedding, or more, setting something on fire. Also possible to go wrong, someone bumps into the candle holder and knocks it over, causing a fire. Unlikely to go wrong, your character broke the mirror of a wall-mounted reflector candle holder. They could be cut. It could be a small cut, or it could cut them in the eyeball if it was mounted high enough on the wall. Also unlikely to go wrong, your character mounted a wall candle too high, setting the ceiling on fire. Improbable, but still technically in the realm of possibilities. Your character took a hurricane lantern candle holder with the lit candle to the outhouse. There, the methane gas had built up, and they lit the gas on fire, blowing up the outhouse with them in it. Improbable, but still technically in the realm of possibilities. While walking with the candle, your character tipped the candle holder a little too much and spilled wax on the dirt floor. Then their baby or toddler decided to eat the wax off the floor. Babies put everything in their mouths. You can find helpful links to learn more in the show notes on my website, AlleyHart.com. That's ALLEYHART.com. Thanks for listening. Subscribe and follow for more episodes. New episode comes out every Monday. Until then, happy wordsmithing.